Harlequin Audio is proud to bring you episode 4 of Tough Justice, an FBI thriller in 8 parts, by Carla Cassidy, Tyler Ann Snell, Carol Ericson, and Gail Barrett. Episode 4, Trapped, by Gail Barrett, performed by Thérèse Plummer. The body count is rising fast, and there seems to be no end in sight. Luckily, they got Anna back, but the killer is playing with lives, choosing who survives and who dies. Is the baby on the list? Is that why Lara was sent the rattle? The task force is getting closer to shutting down Moretti for good. If only they could find and stop the sniper. Chapter 1. It was one of life's ironies that the most stunning man she'd ever met had the vilest heart. Lara Grant sat behind the glass partition at the federal maximum security prison in Selden, Long Island, everything inside her tensing as Moretti sauntered into the room. The man was insanely good-looking, with his hard, chiseled face, the desperado beard stubble shadowing his jaw, that wickedly carnal mouth. He was tall and lean, all masculine angles and energy, his broad shoulders padded with extra muscle now that he'd spent months pumping iron behind bars. And even handcuffed, even dressed in an orange prison jumpsuit with armed guards on either side, he exuded an aura of power. He was every woman's fantasy and nightmare. His raw beauty masked an evil heart. Devoid of any conscience, he threatened every principle Lara stood for, and was murdering everyone around her in his quest for revenge. "Are you rattled yet?" His ominous message still reverberated through her memory as she waited for him to take his seat behind the protective glass. Hell yes, she was rattled, because the threat behind that tiny silver charm he'd sent was clear. The baby's family was now in this killer's crosshairs, and she didn't have a clue how to keep them safe. His gaze met hers through the glass. A frisson of fear slithered through her, and it took all her effort to conceal her response. His eyes were shrewd, mocking, amused, as if he'd orchestrated this meeting merely to torment her. Knowing him, he probably had. And she despised playing into his hands. The last thing she wanted was to cower before this monster or dance to his twisted tune. But Victoria was right. Her daughter's kidnapping and the message the kidnapper had sent through Anna had substantially upped the stakes. It was a taunt, a warning that he could target anyone, including that baby's family. She couldn't predict how, where, or when he would next attack. Moretti settled in his plastic chair. The guard retreated to a spot beside the door. Even then, Moretti continued to watch her, making no effort to pick up the phone, as if he was controlling this meeting even as a prisoner, proving that he was the one in charge. Her temper flared. Moretti was powerful, without a doubt. On the outside, he'd amassed a fortune. He'd commanded a criminal network so extensive it had taken the FBI years to unravel it all. But no man was invincible, even Moretti, as she'd proven, and she intended to stop him. Now. His movements unhurried, he picked up the phone. "Lara," his deep voice rumbled through the wires. "It's a pleasure, as always." The slight emphasis.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?